Morning, everyone. How y'all doing? Hope you're doing well. Yes, I started off with a baby on my chest. She's like, no, I'm not into this today. She's silly. So, anyway, oh my goodness. Sorry, folks. I need to stretch there a second. One of those impulse things that we all go through. So, anyway, beautiful morning. Slept with the window open again. Very, very nice. Loved it. Feels wonderful. The weather is getting nice. I think we're supposed to be I thought I had seen that maybe we might be getting another storm today. I'm not too sure. But, oh well. Doesn't matter. I'm going to be indoors at work anyway. So, but yeah. Updates on me. Let's see here. Back and neck are getting better. Still walking with my cane. Yeah, I know. One of those things that happens. Still flaring up a little bit, but at least it's getting better. I didn't make it through a whole night's worth of work last night. It was pretty quiet. Not much going on. But that, in a way, it was a good thing because it gave me a chance to just chill. But at the same point, it got to be very boring. There's only so many times you can walk up and down the aisles, straighten things up, and so forth. Yeah. Otherwise, yeah, I was pretty much sitting at the computer, which was it was pretty painful. Definitely, that was the issue that happened. All that computer work that I have been doing, sitting in that position, and so forth. I felt it, and I completely forgot yesterday that there was some distance learning that I had to complete. So, I got through it. I was doing it in the training room, and that chair didn't seem to be so bad. So I don't know if maybe it's the type of chairs that are being used out there, or whatever the case may be. But I did have a little bit of a flare up when I was in the training room. But then again, I was able to be in a different pose too. I was kind of laid back instead of sitting straight up like I am out there. Because of course I want to present myself to the public a little bit differently instead of slouching, kind of laying like how I am right now almost. Back there it didn't matter. I had the camera off and everything. So, but yeah, that was pretty much. That was pretty much it yesterday. I got home, I laid down. Well, first I ate a little something, took my nighttime insulin, and so forth. And, yeah, laid down on my acupressure mat and pillow for about 30 minutes, something like that. And just, and then threw on my oils and did some ibuprofen. Dealt with a low sugar. Went to bed. Oh, I did grab, there's this bag of tortilla chips that have been calling to me in the vending machine. I'm like, I've got to try them. So I had that, plus stopped off at Taco Bell. Grabbed a couple tacos. I just need to fill a little hole. Got to figure out how that vending machine works, especially when using a credit card. It's kind of goofy. I kept doing it, but it wasn't working right for me for some reason. I don't get it. But anywho, and then of course got a fraud alert or whatever on my card so I wasn't able to use it at Taco Bell. It was all a bit frustrating. So I need to call them to make sure that there's no hits on my card or whatever. I don't know. Maybe I'll try. They do have those candy bars for sale up there. Maybe I'll stop and grab one of those and see if. I don't know. I'll see. It's already 8:30. I need to get myself moving. So, but yeah, I'm just taking it slow and easy. I did take my sewing with me to work. That was nice. I had a lot of time after eating my lunch. I had a lot of time left on my break to be able to work on my sewing. So that was nice. That was awesome. And like my new lunch pail, that was great with keeping things cold. Those things were kept a lot colder, and nice having more space to be able to put things in there. So yeah, all in all, it was nice, chill, relaxing day. It was very, very nice. And I had a couple of helpers back there to help me out with things. But I handled things as much as I could. Put front-facing stock and so forth. So yeah, that was good. Just taking it slow and easy and everything. Still not, of course, I'm still, not trusting things and wondering what's going to happen and so forth. It's like, yeah, okay, you're being nice to me right now. But then again, who knows? Maybe it's a lesson. It is a lesson for me. Either way. Kind of nudging me to take care of some things. I went ahead and re-downloaded the Uber driver app and have gotten the ball rolling with getting things switched over to here. Just in case, I do have to go and get my Minnesota driver's license, and I was looking at all the schedules for next week to find out when anybody might be available, what have you. I do get paid on Wednesday. It's nighttime. I'm off next week, Wednesday, Thursday, but I found out that Rick has surgery on Wednesday morning. So if push comes to shove, maybe on Thursday. Of course, I'm getting all those wonderful push notifications and everything from Uber. Oh, you need to upload your document, blah, 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 whatever. Chill, people. So maybe on Thursday, maybe I could take an Uber over to DMV or something. I don't know. We'll see. See how it goes. I need to look up what is required by the state for the real ID. So, haven't been too much of a hurry to switch things over. Oh, excuse me, primarily because, I just renewed my driver's license out there a little over a year ago. So, yeah. But they screwed up. I had put in an application for a real ID, and I wound up only getting the regular. Oh well. Sucks. And of course, never got a call back. But oh well, it is what it is. They can go fuck themselves. Whatever. There are quite a few signs telling me, leave, get out of here. So we'll see what happens with here. But I did get things rolling. At least I know what I'm looking at as far as cost-wise, initial startup for renting a car and so forth. So, because unfortunately going up on the app, it was giving me pricing for out there, the rental options and so forth for out there. But at least now here, I know what I need to do to get the ball rolling for here. And I was reading that the rental can only be used on the one platform. I wouldn't be able to use it on cross platforms. So at least I know where I stand as far as all that. Mostly, even when I was doing deliveries, I would only be doing deliveries anyway. And I was doing the deliveries. Then again, I don't know, because there's this one promo that they're doing with the electric vehicles. That's the problem too. I was only able to research electric vehicles, which kind of sucks. But with the electric vehicle option, there is a promo that they're doing where if you do so many rides a month, then you get a little bonus or what have you. It's a zero emissions bonus. I don't know. Yeah. And if I rent a vehicle, even for me to use to take to work, I have to do 30 rides a week in order to be able to keep that rental. So trying to do both at the same time, that option. I mean, yeah, 30 rides doesn't, it may not be a lot, but I don't know, maybe my days off or something. But, we're talking, by the time everything is said and done, with with the rental alone, with the rental and the fees, we're looking at $300 to do on my days off. I don't know. That doesn't seem very economical. Yeah. So, and then of course I still have to do a $200 deposit as well. So, yeah, it's not seeming like a very good idea. Of course, that $200 I get back when I turn the vehicle in, but still yet, yeah, I know. That's a lot of money. So, just to go out and Uber for a couple of days, yeah, I don't think so. So, and to have a car available, I could take an Uber to work for a lot cheaper. Hell of a lot cheaper. So, yeah, I thought about that as well. But, to tell you the truth, I would, all of this, it's brought up a lot. It really has. It's brought up a lot in me, stirred up a lot in me. No, I don't know. I think it's all. I think it could be. It is showing me how much I have grown and changed, which is always a good thing. Because now, in the past, when this would happen, I'll admit, I would go into panic mode and be like, oh gosh, I need to do this, or, maybe I should do this, do that, blah, 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 blah. But this time it was more, no, I'm taking steps to ensure a smoother transition. And not doing things from a place of panic, but doing things more from a place of, okay, let's make sure we have some security. I know what I'm trying to say there. It isn't coming from a place of panic mode or anything. It's just, okay, at least it's there, just in case I need it. And dealing with my own trust issues, especially when it comes to money. Yeah, because when it comes to money, I don't trust people. It's very difficult for me to do that. So, but anyway, and also, but it also made me think about, things basically the things in the past that I would think about doing as an extra source of income or whatever. But this time it was more, maybe it might be kind of nice or whatever to do those things. Do I really want to do them or not? So I don't know, like I was talking about the other day with the writing, also, starting an Etsy store, so on and so forth. And I got to think about it too. Um, because before I was kind of limited as far as fabric selections were concerned, with only having really the one source. I mean, yeah, there were the other stores, but they were kind of on the expensive side too. But there is this warehouse here that is full of fabrics. It's like, I don't know. I might want to go check them out. We'll see. We'll see. So, I'm definitely in no position to buy a car yet. I'm not ready for it at all, period. I want to buy some, especially since, it's still, just, I haven't even been 30 days with the company yet, so we'll see. And it's that 30-day mark, that, especially with everything that's happened, that's making me, it's making me wonder what's going to happen. So, that's why I'm taking these steps. There is one thing in order for me to do rides, to give rides, basically, do the ride sharing versus the deliveries. That's what I'm trying to say. There was one other thing, one other criteria that the cities have a requirement where you have to pass a test. I think it's like 10 questions or something like that. Basically, test your knowledge of the cities. Well, the way I look at it is I live with 2 people. Cheat. I don't know. I mean, heck, it's like I've been to here, the neighboring city, and a couple other places. That's about it. Whole Foods, PetSmart in another city, and yeah, that's about it. I haven't been too many. I have no idea where the Twin Stadium is. I don't even know what it's called. I have no idea where the Wild plays. I have no idea where any of the museums are at. None of this stuff. I haven't even been, with the exception of the airport, which I have no idea where it's at, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, I have no idea. I don't even know what the airport is even called. So, what the Armory is, I'm assuming it's one of where one of the teams play. I have no idea what it is. No idea. So, yeah, that's what I mean. There's things that I would have to, and there was supposed to be a link that you could click to get to know things and so forth, but the link was broken, so normal, typical. So just like, you know what, I'll just wing it and um, go from there. I don't know if you're supposed to go in and take a test or whatever. I'm assuming it's probably going to be something up online. The way I look at it is with all the foreigners who live here, obviously they're not from here. They had to learn it somehow too. I did the same thing with passing the test for to get my permit to be a cab driver. Just sat there and finally I learned a bunch of crap, but wound up being useless. And I finally got a test that had to do with what actually pertains to cab driving. It was ridiculous. They kept asking questions of, where's the Best in the West shopping center? How the fuck should I know? Where is such and such park? How the fuck should I know? Well, I did find out where Best of the West shopping center is. But that was the thing too. They kept changing like the cross streets on these questions that they kept asking over and over again. So I would learn cross streets, but then it would be like, okay, where's the Fiesta Henderson Casino? And I'd lived there for like maybe 8 months when I was taking these tests. Or cab drivers who lived there a shorter amount of time. This is back when they used to do paper tests. Now everything's up on the computer. And it's more of a, now it's when you go in to take that tests with the taxi cab authority. It's more of a reading comprehension thing and math, and it's math, but it's geared more towards reading comprehension. Basically comprehending English. So instead of, oh, where is such and such at, it was just kind of ridiculous before, all it matters is that you know where's the MGM Resort and Casino, I finally got one of those tests there at the end. I sat for the test for about 4 times, primarily because it was asking questions of off-the-wall locations where even locals probably wouldn't even know where it's at. And you were allowed to miss so many questions, but it was just like, wow, yeah. So, but when I went back and took the computer rides, when I went back to get my permit again, because I was going back cab driving, and it was all computerized, sat down, took the test, passed it on the first try. So there was one question as far as where a strip club was at, but I had no idea which one it was. I had been driving in a little over a year and a half, and strip clubs come and go real fast. Some of them, of course, are staples, but some of them are just, and to tell you the truth, I thought it was pretty, because it was the one that Vince Neil had opened up, and it was kind of like, yeah, that's a little a bit of a promo, if you ask me. So, but oh well. But anywho, I don't care. I'm not back there anymore. Oh, I don't plan on being a cab driver anytime soon. If I'm going to be doing that, I'm going to jump on the Uber app. Anywho, my point is that here they have kind of the same thing, and I figure I have a couple of people who could possibly help me out. I just hope it's not timed or anything. Where they know, oh, she's been cheating. So, we'll see. But you're supposed to upload a copy of the passing thing or whatever, so that's why I kind of wonder if it's a paper thing or what, so we'll see. Or if you have to actually physically go and take it. But, I don't know. It was all a bit confusing, too, because on the one hand, you're supposed to be able to click on these links for study materials, but yet at the same point, you're supposed to be able to upload something at the end or whatever, so I don't know. We'll see. We shall see how it all goes. I'm mostly doing it as a just-in-case sort of scenario. Don't get me wrong, I really don't want to go back. Not that I haven't been tempted. Because in many ways, yeah, it's kind of iffy as if I want to stay there or not. But at the same point, I think about everything that I went through out there with doing it. Now I'd have to be, of course, learning a whole new area. But do I want to go down that road again? That's the big question. Do I really want to go down that road again? And I came up with the same answer. No. I like having the stability, but at the same point, I'll admit, I'm a bit bored, And I'm somebody who's a risk taker, And that has been coming out. But doing my sewing yesterday helped calm things down. It's like, I was feeling quite restless. I'll be the first to admit it. Have been. And going through all of this brought a lot of that out. So I'm like, yeah, do I really want to go down that road again? I just want to be able to collect that paycheck and buy that house, have my garden, do my sewing, and so forth. And that was the thing too, with maybe doing that Etsy store and so forth. Do I really want to go down that road? I don't know, But there was something I had seen this morning. I think it was on Healing Energy Tools on their Facebook page, where it's basically talking about let yourself quietly be drawn to, I'm trying to remember what it said, something about let yourself quietly be drawn to what it is you love, something like that. The picture, there was a spiral, but there was a sun, there was a spiral going inward to a rose. And that's the thing that's been coming out. What is your passion? But then again, it's where something I was dealing with out there too. What is your passion? My passion's all over the place. My passion is being independent. My passion is making decisions for myself. But my passion, as far as work is concerned, being creative, expressing myself, and then having people buy it. But what does that look like? It's all over the place, to be perfectly honest. It isn't just any one thing, it's just being creative in various ways. On the one hand, I'm a very visual person, very tactile person. I'm a visionary. So, yeah, a lot of things combined, really. So, whether it's being creative through writing, being creative through sewing, through computer work, and of course my spirituality plays a big important role. So I don't know. I'll really see. I know. I love taking things, like scrap things or whatever, throwing them together and doing something. I don't know. My hands are a bit stiff. I don't know. I have to think on it. I'd love to go over there to that fabric warehouse and see what they have. Yeah. I know Joanne is going out of business, and I'm sure that there's a bunch of stuff over there, but I also understand that it was pretty chaotic, and I wouldn't be the least bit surprised that they don't have much left in the way of fabric and so forth. But I don't know, maybe take my next paycheck, and it depends, because Rick has that surgery next week. I don't know. Maybe take a run over there and check things out. I know I really need to run over to DMV and get things switched over. I'm in no hurry to do that either. I'd much rather take everything and run over and buy up a bunch of stuff. And maybe start sitting down and maybe work some things up or whatever. Yeah, that's what I would really, really love to do. But I don't know. We shall see. We shall see. Maybe while I'm out, run to Whole Foods too. Pick up a bunch of food and so forth. We'll see. But working on my embroidery really was awesome. That was really, really nice yesterday. Felt really good. So, but anywho, I should get myself moving. It just gives me things to think about, Maybe I'll take my journal with and sit and do that. Maybe work on some writing. Maybe I can find myself a small sketchbook. Oh, that would be a good idea. I don't know. Because I've already got it all there. So, I know. Oh. I know. Torture. Absolute torture. Ah! She got tortured. There, y'all got to see her butt. Here, you want to say hi? Say hi. Pretty baby girl. Pretty baby girl. Pretty baby. She's like, oh. Come here. There. Okay. I'm going to talk to you all later, as I also have to cook this morning. Just doing hamburger helper. Something simple and easy. Yeah. I'll talk to y'all soon. Love you. Love you.